right, so I have another question for you, Mitul. There's so many solutions that exist out there, and SEO today is nowhere anywhere near what it was a decade ago when we started doing this, right? So, what makes seoClarity different for the SEO practitioner, the director of marketing, the CMO? Why would they choose us?
Great question. When we started about over a decade ago at this point, there was really, SEOs were hard pressed to be able to get the data that they needed in order to do what they needed to get done. And that has changed, and we're living in probably the golden age of SEO right now, where data is so easily accessible. There is so much more data out there than we can possibly consume about SEO efforts and tracking and reporting and so on. But what we realized over the last 5 years of doing this is while we built a tremendous platform and technology, we realized technology by itself is not sufficient for enterprises to be successful. Because as we talked about before, enterprise SEO is a whole other beast compared to doing SEO for a small blog or my own personal website. Because it involves so much more than just putting keywords on a page. Right. It involves collaboration, teamwork, reporting, management, all those things. And what we've figured out is the difference between companies that are truly successful with SEO and those that struggle with SEO is that every company needs a strategic approach to SEO, a framework to be able to execute on it, and the technology to accelerate all of it. And that's really what seoClarity's difference is. When we talk to clients and we talk to even those who have tested and trialed our competitors and upgrade to us, it's this approach that they're buying. They know that they're getting the strategic approach that they have to buy into, a framework that they would get to go execute on those approach, and the technology that will support every single thing they need. And by itself, as you've also learned, is our approach to building the technology has been completely different in the marketplace. I'm very, very committed to the idea that seoClarity needs to be the only single source for every single thing that an SEO needs. Every data point, every metric, every capability has to be in there. And if we don't have it, we'll build it. We also want to have no artificial limitations. This is something that we hear from a lot of clients who test and trial others, is they are either limited into how many pages they can crawl, or they are limited in the number of keywords they can download from their research data set, or any number of other limitations. Having been and spent a number of years on the other side of the table as a buyer at an enterprise versus a SaaS vendor, I know how frustrated I used to get about being nickel and dimed for every single thing. And that's why we are committed to also this idea that there should not be any artificial limitations. You should be able to crawl as much as you want, you should be able to download as much as you want, you should be able to get data even if it's not in the UI. Just because we have it, why not share it with our clients? But the last thing is, which also sets us apart, is the fact that every single thing we develop comes directly from our clients' feedback. So our roadmap, as you know, is driven 100% by clients. We develop in 2-week sprints, and every single feature is built when 2 or more clients want it.
And for as long as I've been here, we've always had the rule exactly that if 2 or more clients ask for it, we build it. And it's really quite amazing. I know our client success managers love the ability to be the voice of our users and our clients, and share the needs that they have from a product and technology standpoint, and that we always continuously listen to those and build.
And as a bootstrapped company ourselves, competing with some really big enterprises out there in the space, this is not just a matter of a choice for us. This is really what differentiates SEO, and it's critical to our success and our client success that we continue on this path, which has served us quite well.